Hi, I've just come home from the studio and I'm already planning tomorrow morning's Art with Aine, day 2. That's my plan. And then I started getting interested and I thought maybe I'll just do a quick video right now. And I wanted to do something a bit different than yesterday. So I'm just going to paint in the living room what I see in front of me, which is Erins Rocking horse. She's been trying to sell it for a while and I'm secretly really glad she hasn't sold it because I love painting it. There's a few pictures I can show you later on of the rocking horse that I've painted every morning. You know, after yoga I do a little picture and it's generally the rocking horse I paint. And Margot, the cat, if she'll sit still enough. Okay, so I thought I'd bring in these kind of materials that are maybe considered more for children, like pens and crayons, and just to kind of illustrate how you don't have to have anything special to do this challenge, and to be creative. And I've also got this it's just an old notebook. I think it's kind of cartridge style paper. It's thicker than photocopying paper, so it'll allow me to wet it a bit. But let's just see what happens. I'm just gonna have a go at using these pens and the crayons to draw what I'm seeing in front of me over there. I've set myself up with some sellotape to stick the notebook down so that it doesn't come sliding off, and this is just a cardboard box because I wanted to raise it up a little bit. I've got a jar of water here, and an ordinary square kind of a brush, just a cheap one, just to wet the felt pens. Now I've just spread them all out down there, and here goes. Some of the pens don't actually work, but sure, we'll soon find out which ones do. Okay, so just, you know, it's no harm sometimes to use your other hand, like your non-dominant hand, but for the purpose of this, I think I'll just stick with my the hand that I normally use. Okay. Let's see. Yes, there's quite a few objects there now that I'm wanting to sketch, and there's Margot, of course, straight away, right in there. She's totally ignored that whole the setup now until just right now. Now that I'm starting to draw it. Right, let's see. So this is the crayons. When I half close my eyes, the front of that patchwork bit there is it's all in shadow. The patchwork tablecloth. It's actually a beautiful bedspread that my aunt made for me. That's the same aunt now who repairs my painting top all the time. I tear it and she fixes it beautifully. It's almost like I want to tear it so that I can see what she's going to do next. Okay. I'm not wanting to do any, you know, you can just kind of let yourself tune out the thinking mind altogether when you're doing this kind of thing, and let yourself just do whatever feels right at the time. It's really good fun switching between materials. And I do have my watercolour tin here as well, a bigger brush, and I think I might just stick some of that on almost for speed as much as anything else, and I just love variety. So I'm going to try and lift out some brown, and this is ultramarine blue here. So ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, in order to give me a colour that'll be quite a good one for describing the rocking horse. Maybe a bit more blue there. I can outline that face a bit as well. and then the back of the rocking horse over here. And just bring you in a little bit closer. And I know you can't probably see the rocking horse so well now, but at least you can see the painting a bit better. Yeah, okay. Right, so this is the back legs. And what I'd be suggesting for you to do today is really just find whatever materials are around the house, preferably something with a bit of colour, and then sit yourself down, look at whatever is in front of you and paint it. Give yourself between 2 and 20 minutes, depending on how busy your day is, to respond to it somehow. I'm kind of determined not to run out of time today because I feel totally unprofessional there yesterday when my self-portrait, both videos are kind of half started. Sorry, both videos finished really suddenly. I love painting cyclamen. It's kind of nice the way that the crayons are resisting the paint. Okay, maybe a bit more of that brown and blue mix to make more rocking horse colour. I love this kind of curve in the neck. I think if you think the more you go on in these 30 days, at least this is what's happened for me, the further through the 30 days I'm getting, the more I'm inclined to set up something a little bit more inspiring. So the night before, like when I go to bed at night, I set up some sort of an altar kind of thing that I can, that I know will be a bit more exciting to paint than just whatever happens to be laying around. So you not only end up being a bit more creative during this challenge, but you also end up with a nicer environment. And feeding your creativity is more than just simply painting a picture. It can be setting yourself up with a bunch of flowers like these here, nice vase of flowers when you're having your breakfast. I really need to get the hang of this whole filming lark. Okay, now, what are we doing for time? Oh, fucking thing stopped. Sorry, no, it hasn't. Oh my God. I really need to stop swearing, don't I? I'd say half the people who are maybe considering doing this have decided, not for me, she swears too much. Okay, so from now on, I won't be swearing. God, this is really satisfying, you know, working with the felt pens over the paint is really satisfying. I mean, I think it makes, it's probably not great for the pens, but they're fierce cheap anyway. Lily gave the tail a haircut at one point. No. See when there's something overlapping something else, like how the table is overlapping the red frame of the rocking horse. It's quite good then to have it extending out both ends, and that automatically makes the table read as though it's in front. I think I want to make a bit more of the pattern on the table. Why don't I do something with colour here now? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the crayons to make some of these squares, but I'm not going to be really rigid about it. I'm just going to do general square shapes. The orange, and maybe the purple, although there isn't really purple there. I'm kind of struggling to find the colours that are there actually. It's really beautiful autumnal kind of colours. There's grey. There's red. you know that orange vase is one of my favourite colours, so I'm going to paint that in. The orange vase is behind here. And yeah, I'll put some more red on this business here. And back here. Again, so that it reads as though it's overlapped by the table and consistent, you know, with the front and back are consistent with each other. Kind of, anyway. Yeah, that's alright. Okay, now I could use some of this reddish paint. I want it to be exactly the same, actually. Otherwise we get a bit confused. So I've put in some alizarin crimson into the red. Not sure that's really working. Do you know what I would probably do there is to tear out some some collage paper again, something like that, and just stick it on. You know, flour and water, plain flour and water, makes really good glue. Now, hi, I'm going to be very professional here now and make sure that the video doesn't run out before I finish the picture. Yeah, and so I'm going to just show you what I've done so far and recommend that you take the plunge and just decide on something around you that you want to draw for 5 minutes, and see if you can find Crayola crayons or any crayons, pens. Raid your children's, if you've got children, raid their art boxes, because very often that's good enough, like, it'll work. Just kind of get you moving really and a consistent practice happening. Alright, so I'll show you a bit closer what I've done just now. There's the rocking horse. God, I'm really not great at the whole camera thing. There you are. And that's what I was working from. Good fun. I probably will continue it, but if I do, I'll put a thumbnail in the video anyway. Okay, this is Aine Devine signing off. Until tomorrow, all the best.